Good evening, everybody. We are back again with another live show. We are doing the match review and the player ratings from tonight against Everton. We did lose 1-0 on the final game of the 24-25 season. However, Champions League is back at St. James's Park next season. I'm absolutely buzzing. We've got Champions League because of what happened with Man United beating Villa, of course. But yes, Champions League is back next season, which I'm absolutely delighted with. Mason, how are you feeling?
Static, to be honest. I just thought, wow, who would have thought of that after that performance today?
Tony?
Sorry, you're doing the Mason there. How am I feeling? Well, shape performance, diabolical, not the best. I'm afraid if you want my honest opinion, Eddie Howe totally bollocks it up today. Mm-hmm. But we got Champions League by luck, by the way.
Jay?
Oh, what a great big steaming pile of it wasn't that good game, was it?
Mm-hmm. But Champions League for next season?
It's the fact that it makes me sick that we have to thank Man United giving us the Champions League.
Wait a second, because Tom's just put something in the chat which I'll read out. And I think he's spot on, yeah. But if you do enjoy the show tonight, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, or if you're not yet subscribed and your job goes on the channel week in, week out, smash that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. Please hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show does take place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. So please hit the bell to make sure you're all up to date with the content that you do not want to miss at all. And if you'd like to give a donation, feel free. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button, and you'll be included in the prize shows we do as well. Let's just nip in the comments quickly. What a season, and I'm glad Howe is going to get transfers in quickly, triple the games next season. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. Still laughing about Villa complaining to the Premier League. Last I saw, it's a 38-game season. Yeah, I heard Villa are planned to report to the Premier League on what happened today, apparently.
Not going to change the result.
Yeah. Absolute shite game, though. We were terrible when Dan Burn went to left back. Yeah, we did look all over the place.
Thing is, though, if you think we got our just desserts today, because last year we were in a Conference League place and somebody called Man United decided to spoil the party, beat City and rob us of Europe last season, which it went to Chelsea instead. This season, Man U have returned the favour by beating Villa and giving us Champions League.
Well, Joe, good evening. Hope you're well. Evening, Tom. Shite game, but fuck it. It doesn't matter. It's weird, a loss, but it feels like a win over the season. It's a massive win. Champions League and a major trophy, fucking hell. Absolutely. We've won a trophy this season and we've got Champions League, which is the bonus. And by UEFA should take that trophy away from Spurs for that result today, getting beat 4-1 by Brighton. Good evening, Robert. Tom, this is what Tom says, and I think he's absolutely spot on. If anyone thinks we owe Man U, don't worry, we don't. They owed us when they robbed us of Europe last season. There you go.
Could I just quickly come in and say about that? Man U only won that game because Villa were reduced to 10 men because for what happened with Martinez, and it was a red.
I don't know
why come out your box to do that. It's plain and obviously, you know for a fact you'll get sent off.
Petey's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Hope you're well, Lee.
He came.
Good evening. Even though the quick appearance from me, early's tomorrow, then off to Glasgow for work tomorrow night, so we'll be off to Cape soon. No problem. Hope you have a great time.
Is your mom tucking you into bed, Chippers?
Let's go bunting mental, says Chippers. Yep. Villa complained to the Premier League. Yep. Probably the same fans, Tom, who celebrated the Mackhams coming up. Tony Mason syndrome. Jeez, and a load of people. Andrew,
I was
good
taking
evening.
the piss out of Mason.
We were absolutely terrible today from start to finish. Glad to see the show is live tonight. Keep the talk going, absolutely. They said it should have been a more experienced referee to do their game, more like some fucker from Brummyland. He should report to the Premier League when they stayed up instead of Bournemouth a few years ago because
That's
of
right.
gold tail line technology not working. I remember that.
Yeah, that was against Sheffield United. The goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oi, lads, I'm absolutely buzzing that Newcastle are back in the Champions League. Next season, all thanks to Horseman, you are doing us a favour. I'll be getting me shit on Thursday. Yeah, you can get the new home kit from next Thursday. Michael, hope you're well. A lot of them players need to look at themselves if they want to be here next season. Absolutely. Let it go, says Wacky. Got a manager, Coulson. She's, oh, well then, fair enough. Do you think the lineup today was wrong, Tony? We went 5 at the back still, which means it was pretty much unchanged apart from one change, and that was Isak coming back in.
I thought we got it totally wrong. I thought, when I saw the lineup, I thought, why the hell are we playing 5 at the back against Everton? We're not playing Barcelona. We're not playing Real Madrid. We're not playing Liverpool. We're playing Everton. Everton, who are mid-table, well, lower half of the table, stayed up when Moyes came in. And look, it should have been the 4-3-3. Go for it. You know, why we're playing Barnes on the right is beyond me. He's better on the left than he is on the right. Gordon can play better on the right than Barnes can, if we're honest. So he should have done it that way. But I just thought the whole setup was wrong. Murphy's game was strangled. He didn't, because he was having to be either an attacker or a defender. And he was caught in 2 minds at times, I thought, with Jacob Murphy. I didn't think he had his best game today by any stretch of the imagination. Thought he was very poor, in fact.
To me at times, I thought.
Yeah. But I just thought the whole thing was wrong, and it, you know, and look, I think if Eddie Howe looks back on that, it's maybe an opportunity we've missed. You know, we should have won the game, really. Gordon wasn't at his best either. He dived. He got a free kick for it. He was lucky he got a free kick for it. Young got a yellow card. He wasn't happy about the yellow card, Young, and rightly so, because he didn't touch Gordon. Obviously, you don't see the replay in the stadium, but, you know, but when you saw the replay, he wasn't touched by Ashley Young. So I didn't think Gordon had his best games for us, and he hasn't looked right since he's come back after that suspension, if I'm honest.
I don't think he has as well, Tony.
Now, he has a good question.
For me.
He has a good question, and I've seen a lot of this going around as well. If Liverpool come in and offer 100 million, would you take it for Gordon? Would you sell him?
I wouldn't sell Gordon yet. I think some work needs to be done with him to get him back to full fitness.
But then, if you, the only other thing is, if you sell him for 100 million to Liverpool, remember that does the FFP and PSR even better for us. Plus, watch say the club don't have a better left winger in mind.
I think Gordon's
that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying get rid of Gordon, by the way.
I think Gordon's wanting that Liverpool move for season, to be honest. With some of his performances, I think. I've thought at times, I think he wants this Liverpool move. And that he's going to go and let if they sell Diaz or Gakpo, well, they're probably going to sell Diaz more likely. I think they'll be coming for Gordon.
Lee said he'd sell Gordon. David doesn't think Isak was fit enough. For me, half-time Trippier Kraft needed to come on. We lacked a right back. I agree there, Chippers.
I think with Isak, I think that's not to say he's not fit. He just wasn't getting the service. He was starved. He was wasted in the first half because the way we were playing this back 5. That's the problem, you know. Although Pickford pulled off a couple of good saves in the first half, Pope pulled off a good save as well. But it was just it was just a really poor day at the office today. But you know, obviously getting the Champions League sort of papers over the cracks, but today showed how much we lacked in. Look, there's a couple of games we maybe should have won earlier in the season, like Brighton is home,
we should have.
when we absolutely battered them, and we should have.
Yep.
But look, it is what it is. We've qualified for the Champions League, even though today was a piss poor performance against an Everton side who had nothing to play for. And I did say this in my pre-match show, that although they've got nothing to play for, it can still be a dangerous ploy when you play against a team with nothing to play for.
Yeah, it is.
Can I just say something quickly? Who would have thought at the start of the season when the performances were really, really poor, to we end up winning the trophy and being in the Champions League at the end of the season? Who would have thought of that? I didn't.
Gordon was probably right, although towards the end of the first half he was coming in the game. I mean, Jay, Gordon has not looked at it since he's come back into the start lineup. He doesn't look fit for me. He looks quite rusty still.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've already said that when Barnes came in and took and quite rightly earned his space, there was no way Gordon was coming back in the way Barnes was playing. He's been getting assists and goals, and there was no way Gordon was going to walk back into that side. Gordon has just been poor, and I think the Chelsea game showed that with how poor he was. I think Howe actually ended up having to take him off the amount of times that every time Gordon touched the ball, he kept going down. So I think, since Gordon's come back, he's been absolutely poor.
Yeah, because of course he'd been out injured and he'd been suspended, obviously, as well. And he wasn't going to get straight back in the lineup as soon as he returned because of how good Barnes was. So, yeah. Cher was raging with Murphy. Cher had to rail one for the team, as we all know. Yeah, he did. If you are starting,
did anybody see? Can I just say? Can I just ask anybody? I know Tom Mitchell probably see, but did anybody see Takuvi kicking off a Pickford at the end of the game?
I didn't.
Before the end of the game. Tom Mitchell now. Takuvi and Pickford were kicking off with each other.
Mm-hmm. If you are starting like that, you play Murphy on right wing and Kraft at right back if Trips isn't fit. Gordon never performs against Everton. And he didn't do it down at Goodison Park as well, Mason. He missed that penalty.
Yeah, I mean, when I seen he was starting, I thought, why? Just because for what happened in October.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, no, why? And look at what for the first 40 odd minutes. It was basically the same as what happened to Goodison. And then obviously his chip was there was some. He had some shots where he had some play what was improving, and he was getting into the game. But I think the reason why Eddie Howe basically put him off was because of that 40 odd minutes where it was poor again. Something's not right with him. I've said all along. I think it's ever since the Liverpool rumours came out. I think he's wanted away.
You think he wants away?
Lewis, get on, man.
I mean, Lewis, you've got to send us a clip about the game. You were going to send that. I was going to upload it. Already got a better left wing, and Bonds has performed. I thought Bonds did okay at times today, I thought. Jonathan Peter, hope Isak gets the number 9 next season from Jonathan and Kay. Get in there. Champions League, Europe again, up the 2 in Army. Yep. I will be getting the Champions League badge on the Newcastle shirt once I get it. Best season by far, as Tony said. The future is bright. The future is black and white up the Magpies. The Bournemouth game was a low point. Yeah, that was definitely one of them. Our performances must improve next season. Brian thinks both Isak and Gordon need surgery. I think Isak definitely does for me still. Gordon was shocking today. I just think he needs a little break and a reset over the summer, and he'll be right as rain. Do you know what? I think that's a good point as well, Tom. Yeah, I think. Yeah, play like that in the Champions League and it's curtains. Yeah. Andrew says he's too busy diving. He's turned it with another maxi, plenty fancy footwork, and all at the end of it. Yeah, it wasn't good at time. Even his final balls weren't good as well. One he put in and it just flew over the crossbar. I wish I could go on. Yeah, just If you want to send that clip, Lewis, I can still put it on for you. Gordon hasn't been good since he got sent off. He hasn't actually.
No.
Lewis thinks Callum Wilson has definitely left the club, but we'll discuss about that as well. I can't remember last time Gordon put in a good performance to talk about. Yep. Jay's eagerly waiting the arrival of DCL. Do you know what? He could have made it 2-0. He could have wrapped that up for Everton.
That shows you how shite he really is, doesn't it, though?
Oh, yeah, if we're still interested in him, we can
left off. We hate them as much as the scum. Peter, when does the new home top come out? It'll be out next Thursday. And I'm not sure what the price is as well yet, so but we will hear that.
Probably 85 quid.
Tony, we did have chances, but unfortunately, a certain person in goal was on his game today, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, look, can't knock the guy. He's on his day, he's a cracking goalkeeper, and he proved his worth today why he's a good goalkeeper, and we just couldn't get past him. Botman had a header which he'd done right. He headed it into the ground, and Pickford tipped it away, and then there was another shot from Botman that come off his leg. It's just one of those days, that's 2 in a row now. We've had 2 goalkeepers having outstanding performances against us in the shape of David Raya and Jordan Pickford, or T-Rex, however you want to call him.
Can you understand why he's the number 1 goalkeeper for England?
Well, you can see why. I mean, look, when I done my pre-match, I had a couple of Mackhams in the chat, and to be fair, they were actually fine, to be honest with you, and they were actually good crack, and there was some good banter going on between everybody in the chat with them as well. And even he said, "Is Pickford's better than Pope?" And I sort of said, "Well, yes, I agree, because Pope's footwork is very, very poor, where Pickford is pretty decent with his footwork, but the shot stoppers are both very good on that day." Mm-hmm. But as I say, to be honest with you, he was the one who stood tall for Everton, but it's not just on the fact that he made a few saves, but we just didn't create enough as well. So if you don't create enough,
it become wasteful at times.
You're never going to get the chances. And as I say, Isak, I didn't think had the chances today, because there was times Isak had to drift out wide to try and get the ball. And
yeah, he did.
He should be in the centre in the box, not having to come out the box for that. So it's a huge summer ahead for us, a huge summer ahead. And to think that in next season the Champions League we could actually come up against Lloyd Kelly, because Juventus will probably be in the Champions League because they're winning tonight and they're 4th in the table, so they're probably going to be Champions League next season, and he could come up against us in the Champions League, which is how mad's that, And he's actually played the whole game tonight as well. He's playing in the back 3. Mm. Apparently he's doing very well over there.
Oh, I mean, Jason, we brought Callum Wilson on, but he just knew he wasn't going to change the game at all, was he?
The minute that I heard, Wilson's being readied up, my head just sunk into my hands. I thought, why? I mean, I know he's not really rated by anybody, and I do have some sort of ratings for him, but I would have rather seen Osula come on instead of Wilson. He would have brought speed. It would have brought him holding the ball up, would have been able to do his trickery around. Brought Osula on earlier, and plus Osula's already got more goals than Wilson has this season, and that's only 1.
But he just doesn't excite you anymore, Callum Wilson. Unfortunately, he just doesn't.
Oh, it would have been nice for him to have got that 1 goal, and then we would have hit 50 for us, but 49, it's not a bad run for him.
No. Joe thinks that he played the wrong formation today. Good evening, Niall. Hope you're well. Need to thank Mandy for that. Today's Villa drop points. Last home games this season, that must improve. Yeah, I agree, Chibbers. That's got to improve next season, because we have lost against teams we shouldn't be losing against as well. Oh, he's done a quick video. Send it to me via WhatsApp, please, Lewis. No, Pope today was awful. His kicking was all over the place again.
Yeah, Pope, but he kept us in the game.
He did, yes, he did. Bruno went missing in the second half. We needed a captain today. Sally was missing. His passing was all over the place in that second half, I thought. To be honest, with a squad like yours, you have done really well this season. A cup and Champions League again this summer. It does need to be good. Says Jay, I think Asula is a big, useless, clumsy donkey. He doesn't get the minutes, so that's the problem, Asula. And he should be ahead of Wilson in terms of getting minutes on the pitch.
Did anybody see Asula's cover after the game? Loving on the pitch, he was fucking loving it. Didn't anybody see Asula's cover after the game? I was about my end. He was up. His father was loving it.
Right, Mason, let's talk about the goal that Everton scored. I mean, it's just awful defending. It's just a free header from Alcaraz.
Defense should have done a lot better.
We shouldn't be conceding goals like that.
No. I think Alcaraz was decent all game for Everton up until he got subbed up. I think he was one of the better all the Everton players were excellent today. But I think Alcaraz was one of the better ones today. And I think that goal was coming from him, to be honest. I think either him or Ndai were close to scoring it in. Obviously, Alcaraz did score.
I just wish the club announced Wilson was leaving before today, so he got a better send-off, yeah. Gordon and Bruno played a hell of a lot of football and covered plenty of mileage, yeah.
Is my internet bad again?
It's going a bit thingy again.
Is it?
Yeah, I could hear what's going a bit. Massively missed Big Joe again today. I think we need to get a player that's going to be just as good as Joe Linton, Tony. Because it sounds like maybe the 4-3 does it not work when Joe Linton's out the team.
I mean, we miss Joe Linton, don't we? But, we could have still played that 4-3-3 today. We could have played Willock in that 4-3-3. He's done it before plenty of times. Or we could have played Miley in there even if you wanted to. But I just felt I just felt the formation was just totally and utterly wrong. As I say, the back five is not what we needed, No. And as Joe says in the chat, which I've said many a time, and Joe's, Edison from Atlanta, he's very similar to Joe Linton. He is very similar to Joe Linton with his passing range and everything, and his stats are very similar to Joe Linton as well. And for about 40 million, probably pick him up. But you see, I've always said if we're getting rid of Longstaff, go and get Adrian Gomez on a free transfer because one, you're not paying a transfer fee for him, so it's costing you nothing, and two, he's a massive upgrade on Sean Longstaff. But I just don't think that. I just don't think that midfield worked today. Look, even if Big Joe was fit, would he have gone to 4-3-3? That's the thing. I don't know. I'm still bemused as to why we were playing a back five against an Everton team. I just couldn't work that one out. We're at home. My home form's been pretty decent. The last time out would be Chelsea. Although we played the back five against Chelsea, which is understandable. But this time around against an Everton side, we should have just played the 4-3-3 and went for it. And it just looked, to me, we looked too cagey in that first half, far too cagey. And we looked, I know this sounds weird what I'm going to say, but we did look nervous at times. We didn't look like, we want to go ahead and win this, So, very disappointed today. But like I say, only Eddie knows why he done that tactic. Maybe Eddie's sitting back and thinking, I shouldn't have gone back five now. I should have gone 4-3-3. But, you make those decisions before the game and it's too late afterwards, when you're thinking about it. But at least we got Champions League because I would have been absolutely gutted had we missed out on Champions League after being up there, And, I mean, I know it was a bad performance. I think the worst performance was probably Bournemouth at home when we got walloped 4-1.
Yeah, we got absolutely ripped and you won that game. Jay, what did you make of Willock when he came on? I didn't think he did a lot for me, unfortunately.
No, I mean, when you're playing 5 at the back, it just doesn't work. I mean, we're used to the 4-3-3. We play as a 4-3-3. You cancelled out the Murphy and Isak partnership.
Combination, yeah.
Isak mainly gets his goals from a Murphy cross. Murphy's always bringing in those assists. When you're putting Murphy further down the pitch in the right wing back, then that's stopping him from doing what he can do. So for me, I actually do pin the blame on Howe for this one. He shouldn't have named 5 at the back in the final game of the season. And especially at home, you should have just stuck to the 4-3-3. Even with Joe Linton out, he should have still played Bruno Tonali Willock or Bruno Tonali Miley or even Bruno Tonali Longshire. Either one, you still got midfielders there to put 3 in the midfield. So I don't know why he had to do that.
Defending was a disgrace. Murphy stupid. Tina was missing, and Dan Burn let him get a free header. He did. Yeah, I'll put that out there soon, Lewis. If Eddie wants to keep Wilson, how come we never signed Stephen Hawking? Yeah, I've got it, Lewis. I will send it out after this show. Willock, right. Should we start listening considers for Willock in the summer? Because I've come to that point where if a decent offer comes in from he goes. I just think, Tony, the injuries, he's just gone. The injuries have absolutely regressed him, and I've not really seen a lot of good performances of Willock from late since he's been out with injury.
Yeah, I mean, the injuries have affected him massively, 100%, and he's not the Willock of old that we've seen anymore. There is talk. I mean, there's talk Palace want him, but if they want him, even if they come knocking with 20 million quid or whatever, I would still accept it and take it because, want to get some off the wage bill and two, we get rid of an injury-prone player. But when this transfer window opens, we need to hit the window hard and we need to make a fast start in the window because what I am sick of as a club, I am sick. The fact is when we do go into transfer windows, we always leave it late to do with shopping. And by the time we go and do the shopping, all the decent players have gone and then you're left with the scraps. Now, it's not just under this ownership, it was under the previous ownership as well, or we didn't get them over the line. And I'm sick of us leaving it till normally the last week of the window to start scratching around trying to get players in. This time, as soon as the window opens in June, get in there, start doing the business, start getting the players in, because you then get ahead of the game and you get ahead of other clubs as well. Because remember, other clubs will be looking at the players that we're looking at, and Man United will have had targets, but now they're not in any European football. Those targets will never go to Man United. I mean, they're that deluded. They think they're going to sign Xavi Simons. Now, why is he wanting to go to Man United for 110 million quid when they haven't even got European football? Are they that deluded in Manchester? Are they on glue or something? Because I tell you what, whatever they're sniffing, I want a bucket load of it. Because if they think for 1 minute Xavi Simons is signing for them at Old Trafford, the only way he'll sign for them at Old Trafford is if they've played on FC24, because that's the only way they can sign him on a computer game, but they won't sign him in person, that's for sure. But no, I want to see us hit the transfer market from the start and get the players in early that we need so they're ready for the pre-season starting. And then if we want any more, get them during the window, but go for the main targets. They keep saying we're looking at Jonathan David. Right, okay, we've got Champions League football. Get the offer to him and get him in, because I'll tell you what, he would be absolutely quality to have in our team, because not only can he play up front, he can play on the right wing as well, which is absolutely spot on. And there is talk of that Calimuendo as well. Although we haven't put a bid in for him, I tell you what, he was a player we looked at a few years ago when the owners took over, but we didn't go for him. But I would definitely take him. 17 goals in 31 games in League One. He's worth a punt, absolutely. And he'd be a great backup for Isak as well. So you've got to have strength and depth, and you look at City, they've got Mamouche, they've got Haaland, and they've got to be rotated, and they're two top quality strikers. So if Jonathan David comes in, and he's got to be rotated with Isak, but that's because you've got two quality strikers. Same with the midfield. Go and get Gomez on a free. It makes sense, you know. And if Matthias Cunha wants to go to Man U and ruin his career, let him. And they think they're also buying Mbeumo for 56 million quid. Again, they're deluded, that red lot, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. Scouser still wears flares. Definitely not gold to some away.
How did it flares into the ground? That's what I would like to know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think we set up not to lose and not to win, says Chibbers. Yeah, absolutely. Tony KG nervous spawn. Worst performance of all the season, but I'm the happiest I've seen. To be fair, you could feel the nerves in the stadium. Yeah. And thank you, Lewis, for 30 months of membership on the channel. Really appreciate that. Coffee, good evening. Hope you're well. Willock has done fuck all for weeks' time to cash in. Willock and Trivia didn't join in the celebration for European Champions League football. Just think that players might have thought, crap, we better not concede. But as they say, hindsight is a marvellous thing. Exactly, Joe. We don't look like it. We don't look a gel team with a back five. No reason to do it today. Exactly. Yeah, if Coffee says Mafinho shouldn't be playing as a right wing back, no. Exactly. Can we sell Willock to Forest and get Anderson back, says Coffee. I know it
no, it is. That's not about that. Let's go back. That's not about.
No,
Mason, you're on again.
Sounds like you're talking underwater.
How can I help it?
Sounds like he's talking underwater.
Mason, you need to come out of the dial-up phase.
Yeah. Chelsea will be copping our targets. Can see us getting to lap as well. Man United are like, they need a whole host of players, not just 2 or 3. Andrew says he's not impressed with Delap. Is Mason using Welsh internet as well?
I mean, how Villa are complaining about that, going to report it to the FA or whatever, the Premier League. I mean, the referees refereed our games before Thomas Bramall. And it's funny you're talking about Thomas Bramall because, you know, the young lad who does Toon TV, Jack. Well, he said it used to be his maths teacher, believe it or not. But if he's refereed Premier League games, so how Villa can complain about him not being experienced is it's a joke. But Bobby Madley was on VAR.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He used to be a referee in the Premier League.
Mm.
I know how shocking he was, Pete.
Is that the one got sacked in 2017?
You know what, mate?
Who got sacked?
I'm sure he was the one who got sacked in the 2017-18 season.
Ah, yes, it was. Yeah, Bobby Madley, because his brother's Andy Madley.
Aye.
Yeah, it is. The one with the baldy head.
Why the fuck did he put
Julie, hope you're well.
Why did it? Can I just quickly go back in there quick? Why did they let him back in the Premier League?
It's cool.
It doesn't make sense.
Fucking hell, Mason.
I've had to change weight twice. How can I?
You're going to be on another Sinclair Awards.
No, he's gone out he's gone there.
I mean, Lewis has put in there that Tony Harrington's a championship referee. Well, he does a lot of Premier League refereeing, and he's from Hartlepool as well. So I didn't think you ref too bad today, did you?
Yeah. It wasn't too bad, I suppose. Yes, people are saying you need to get a new laptop or computer. Is this to sound a bit better now?
Have I got Galant internet?
No, it's a bit better now.
That's better.
It's better now.
Did you get what I said with Bobby Madley?
Oh, he's true.
Yeah.
Yes, the baldy one, yes.
Why they letting him back? Why they letting him back in the league in the Premier League when he got sacked? Doesn't make sense. He fucked up. He fucked
I
up
don't
in
know.
Scandinavia.
He was on VAR. I don't know. Maybe because maybe he was on VAR because Michael Salisbury was doing VAR at Wembley today for the League One playoff final.
All right. I was going to say, because they sacked him for something, didn't he?
Can't remember what it was now, Mason, but I know he got sacked. And he was on the. He went to Championship, didn't he?
No, he went to Norway and then he came back.
His
and
brother's
then
not much better, is he? Pete Andy Madley.
Absolutely. Totally. Villa made an official complaint. He's better now. Evening, David. Hope you're keeping well. And we are heading to Barcelona. Thank you to things.
But what technically though, what are the Premier League going to actually do? They're going to say to Villa, "Oh, sorry, okay, we'll scrap the match and we'll call it a draw." No, they're not. They can't because Man U got a penalty and won the even if they gave Villa that goal, Man U still won it 2-1 regardless. So does it really matter?
Absolutely. I was just gonna say, we know, it's about someone's just put about Sinclair's team. We know who that's. But but I'm gonna ask him.
Oh, can't just quickly something.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Cheating bummy bastards. I think this is what you must have been needing. Cheating bummy bastards. Go on.
Gonna see.
You want the best paid, eh? Cheating bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's in regards to John at the moment, who's not in a very good place at the moment. He's messaged me, he's messaged some of us as well. John's mum is very, very poorly in hospital, and John's allowed me to say this as well. The hospital can't do anything more, and John's absolutely devastated about his mum. So we're going to send our best regards to him, and we're all going to think of him about it during this sad time as well. So if you're watching, John, we are thinking of you, and we're really sorry to hear about your mum.
Yeah, if anybody likes to watch it, his content and non-league content, we're supposed to be at the League 2 playoff final between Warsaw and who else is it?
I forgot who the other team
Who
was.
else?
He was thinking of going to be up for the game as well. But unfortunately, he said after what's happened, he was unable to, and he put it out there. And I've seen a lot of people have been sending their thoughts to him, and we will be as well. You were just saying,
EFC. If anybody likes to watch some of his other content, if anybody likes to watch some of his content, he's not in. People were looking forward to watching the Wimbledon versus Warsaw thing off for John. Unfortunately, he's not doing that as well. So yeah, he's admitted, and he's said all the way he's not. He's taking time out of his channel. I know Peter hasn't said it, but he has said he is taking some time out of his channel.
Yeah.
So I hope you understand. If anybody likes watching his content, I hope you understand it. And Sinclair, if you're watching, and I'm going to DM you after this show, I do apologise. For some of the remarks some of the messages I have sent about you. I do apologise.
Yeah, all the best, 100%. Newcastle need to go for Jonathan David on a free. He's a free agent, so why won't we? Now we do have Champions League players like Jonathan David, our reality. Yep, absolutely. All the teams we wanted to lose, but today we wanted Man U to win. Thank you, Man United. I'm still not going to congratulate them though for that win against Villa. Still though, so but. Right. Let's talk about the end of the game. Right. Callum Wilson going around applauding the fans. Right. Here it is. I'm going to ask all three of you. Was it a goodbye from Callum Wilson to the fans, Jay?
Definitely a goodbye. There's no way he would be in tears like that. It's just like when Miggy was going. He was pushed into the front of the bunch to applaud the fans and everything. Just like Wilson, he's in tears. He's definitely going. You can definitely see that.
Tony?
Yeah, to me, that looked like a goodbye from Wilson waving, and then why would you be so visibly upset when you're leaving the pitch and wanting to get off the pitch and having to be consoled by people? So to me, to me that looks like it's end of Callum Wilson. I know Eddie Howe said after the game, we'll have to speak to his representatives and things like that, but I think Eddie Howe's probably just seeing that for the cameras. Maybe the club have told Callum Wilson, maybe the owners or Paul Mitchell said, look, you keep breaking down with injuries, and on because of the amount of injuries you've had and the amount of time out of the game you've had, it's time that we have to say we're not renewing your contract. Maybe he's been told this, maybe he knew this for a couple of weeks or whatever. And look, at the end of the day, look, he's been great for us, got us through the dark times as well when he joined us, and look, he scored some great goals for us. But I think the injuries do catch up with you eventually. He's 33, he's not getting any younger. And look, there is talk of Leeds wanting him, but there's also talk of Wrexham. I think if he dropped out the Championship and played for Wrexham and stayed fit, I think he'd score a bag full of goals for Wrexham. But yeah, look, wish him all the best wherever he goes next. But I think we have to move on from Callum Wilson now. He's done great for us, and thanks for all he's done. But it's time for him to go. It's the right time for him to move on now.
Apparently Wrexham want Aaron Cresswell as well, who was just left West Ham as well.
Yeah, I know you were saying on fan cams there, Mason, but do you think that was a goodbye message from Callum Wilson?
Yeah, if he's going around the pitch on his own and all that, clapping the fans for each goal in the stadium, and obviously I didn't realise he was in tears as well until seeing some of the pictures. Yeah, that's him gone.
Yeah, I think it's a player we definitely have to move on now, unfortunately. Yeah. Definitely goodbye from Wilson. Shouldn't thank those Newton Heath scum for anything. Yeah. Yeah, will do. Cheers, David. Send a free agent that's going to cost you 28 million to sign with signing fee and agent fees. Depends. I'm not sure how much wages he's on at Lille, to be fair. It was definitely a goodbye from Wilson. It's the right time for him to move on. Thanks for everything, Callum. Of course it is. He has been a great servant, Callum Wilson, of course. If say Tony, if it wasn't for his goals when we first got him on the scene and when Steve Bruce was manager, we don't stay up. Without his goal, we wouldn't have stayed up.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember his debut when we played West Ham away. And he scored, and Hendrick scored as well, didn't he? And Jeff Hendrick. But yeah, look, as I say, he's been brilliant for us, Callum Wilson. And but I think, as I say, I think the time now is for him to move on. But I can't see. I know Eddie Howe said it after the game, but I know he said it after the game about talking to his agents or whatever representatives, but I don't think he'll stay because I think the club will probably say to Eddie Howe, look, come on, he's fit. He's basically at the end of his career now, I think, and maybe he's got one more season in him, and I think a season of Championship at Wrexham would probably be the ideal move for him.
Yeah, that's it. Julie says, I did go on Flying Pig and thank the Man U fans. You did what, Julie?
Oh, probably to wind him up.
I think it's Wilson's goodbye. In my opinion, he's been a great servant and scored some important goals, but sadly, his body is failing him. It is now. Wrexham would be perfect for Callum. Yeah, it could well. I agree. Anyone who went in the match was Gordon also separated from the group, or was he at the group at the end of the match? He was with the team at the end of the game.
Sure it was.
Is it wrong that a team finishing 17th can get into the Champions League? That Europa League was so poor and the rules should change, in my opinion. Creswell's been a good sim for the Hammers. Yeah, he has as well. Wrexham fans would love Wilson. They released Fletcher, so they too have for him. Yeah. Wrexham in combined counties, League 6 would be perfect for Gillespie. I agree. I don't think Leeds would be a good move. I don't think he can do it in the Premier League now. A move to the Championship would be good for him. I agree. I think lower down the leagues, definitely. Howe said that he will be talking to Wilson at his age about saying we've got to move him on. We have to. If a big offer comes in from Saudi, he should go there personally. The climate will help him a lot. Wilson will be a great signing for Wrexham. They'll pay him decent wages and could be a hero there. They need a new striker to replace Fletcher. Wilson's injuries have immensely let him down the half. When you think about Steve Bruce signed some good players, he just didn't know what to do with them. Well said, Julie, he didn't. Have you seen the news? Southampton have their new manager. Yes, they do.
Will Still.
We wore the number 9. Yeah, Will Still. It was probably at Steve Nixon that signed him. Will Alexander Isak be given the number 9? We'll wait and see. Jonathan David, Trafford, Mbeumo, Gittins, and that AC Milan centre-back I would sign. Which one? Chow?
Oh, no, I don't want him. I mean, he can't get in the Milan team. He's not good enough, Pete. I don't want him.
What's he on about? Who do you call him? Tomori.
I doubt we'll get him. But the one the media keeps saying now is Malik Chow. And I thought, well, didn't want him last year. He didn't want to come last year. So, sod him. I don't want him. No. And he's not that good because he can't get in the Milan team. So, sorry, don't want that cast-offs. Thank you very much.
Nice. I will keep the 14. Joe, you're probably right.
And you can shove off, Wacky.
What do you think about Asula? He looks really lively on and off the pitch. I think Asula can be a development with a good player. And absolutely no way, Wacky, are we having Dominic Calvert-Lewin at this club? Why don't you guys take him
to West Ham?
Or if anything, Mason wants Ryan Brewster.
There's actually talk he may say new deal at Everton.
Technically, tomorrow they could actually release the Premier League for the fixtures for the Premier League, but they're going to wait a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's June the 18th, I believe.
18th at 9 a.m.
That's it. So you are. Right then, shall we go on to the final part, our player ratings.
Who's set for number 9? You already heard it here first.
Sticking to 14, I'd rather have a proper centre forward have the number 9. DCL would do well at Villa, says Coffee. And Buemo's going to, hopefully he's not. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin will get the number 9 bus Tamarillo.
I think Pete's just set himself another Sinclair there.
What was it? I thought he was on about Mbeumo there.
Yeah, he's off to Manx.
Pete,
Ryan Mbeumo from Brentford.
Apparently, Man U have offered 56 million for him.
Oh, you'd be silly to go there.
Pete just said DCL would do well at Villa when the comment was DCL would do well at West Ham.
Yeah, oops. He's having a medical.
Yes.
We are skinned, couldn't afford his wages. We will have to sell players. I got sneaky feeling we're going to get Sunderland away on Boxing Day. Oh.
Boxing Day?
Will still be the manager in 12 months' time.
I doubt it. But thing is, Andrew, who comes in the chat as well and is in our group, he said he come out with a very good point today. He said, "Oh, there he is. He's in the chat now, Andrew." But now then, Andrew said, "What's the betting we get? Sunderland at home, first game of the season, and we'll beat them 7-0. Do you know what? That would be fantastic, even. Absolutely brilliant.
And you can sign anyone they want to after their kindness today. God. Every player for sale.
I'd say Paul Gallant to do the entertainment at half-time on the pitch. Big on.
Anyways, we'll get on to the final player ratings then of this season.
What's Andrew saying now?
What about Mike Oxley?
He's seen his comments.
Ange deserves to stay. Daniel Levy's still thinking about sacking Ange. Wow.
Oh, Mason, you silly boy.
The derbies will be on TV, especially in the UK.
What have I said?
He's just felt a bit.
Oh,
for fuck's sake. Jason.
That's the one for the Sinclair Awards.
Oh,
Jason, you're going to be a regular on there.
49 minutes. Let's go back to 49 minutes.
God, no.
You remember that word, Mason, that you couldn't get out? benefit.
Good evening, Mr. Galland.
It don't matter if Man U say needy meaning per players, they need a complete overall 3 players isn't going to do it. That silly, isn't
Oh,
right?
it's brilliant that though, Mason. Mason had to. You had to fall for it, Mason.
Right then, should we get the player ratings done? Then remember to take part in the live chat and let us know what your ratings are from today's game. Right, I'll start with you, Jay. Nick Pope.
Nick Pope was one of 2 players that actually had a decent game that I think. So for Nick Pope, even though we lost the game, I'm going to give Nick Pope a. I want to say, sorry, it's 7.
7. Just his kicking was off, but he did keep winning the game at times. He pulled off some good saves, I thought. Julie says Moyes couldn't cope with that. What do you call it? 7, a lot of 7s to 8s for Pope. Must admit that's a nice. Do you know what? That goalkeeper top looks cracking like the blue one that Pope was wearing today.
That was a pretty one today.
Yeah.
Pretty one today.
I've got Mason's crazy frog impression as me done with Pete's ball combat. Up to 7, 8. The blue one, I like that as well. Right, we'll go to you, Tony, and we'll go with the fair 3 centre backs next.
Yeah.
You could feel the nerves in the stadium. You could. With the first one, Fabian Schär.
I thought Schär played okay today. He didn't do too bad and got his tackles in. He had a shot as well and did get annoyed with Murphy in the second half as well because that could have led to an Everton goal. But I would still say not one of his greatest games, but he was okay. That's what I'm saying. He was okay. Yeah. So I'll give him a 6.
Fair enough. Some 6.5. Got a 7, 5, 6. Schär should have scored from inside the box. He should have. Got a 6, a 6. He's a handsome devil, says Julie. God.
Who, Mason?
No, Schär.
No, she means me, obviously.
Eddie and Transfer mean that even with our exciting times, let's not waste time and make real statement signings early doors. Exactly.
Julie's on the poor Gallant.
No. Right then, back to you, Mason. So
that's you in trouble now, Mason.
That was the soul.
Hello, Julie.
So with the next one, so we'll go to you, Mason. And the next one in the middle of defence with Sven Botman.
Lewis, with that amount of money, you would probably buy a train.
Probably an entire train line company.
Probably.
Lewis, the new owner of British Rail.
I thought it was okay.
Trainline.com.
I would give Botman a 6.
6?
I'll give him a 6.
Fair enough. Who knows? We could have 2 million to spend. We don't know what the budget is. Lewis,
you would spend that all. Love you, Lewis.
Botman 5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 5s. A lot of 5s coming in the day. So as I've already mentioned, I may have been but it does when the transfer window.
Next Sunday.
It opens the 1st till the 10th of June, and then it closes, and then it opens again on the 16th of June till the 1st of September.
Botman had chances to score first off, but he was offered today. He was. Right, back to me with Dan Burn. The same as well. Got outdone by a couple of times, got switched to left back, but again, didn't look comfortable with it all, did he? I mean, we know he shouldn't be playing there. We know he shouldn't be. Got done by for the goal, didn't he? I'll give Dan Burn a 5. He was not really at it today, I thought, at times. Got beaten at times for me too easily.
Oh my God.
Bottom in the standard 5 for steady job and not excelling. Burn 3, 7, 2. Oh, a lot of low ones. Shocking today. 3, 5. Shouldn't be playing at left back. 100%. Yeah. Oh, Tom's gone for a 7. Burn 3 because of the slip for the goal. Yeah, he did slip for the goal. Right, so we're now into the wing backs now.
Tomorrow. Archer was on about tomorrow. Tony.
Oh, tomorrow
Archer
was
was on
it?
about tomorrow.
Right, so we'll go in with the wing backs. So
Yeah.
we'll start with you, Jay, with Jacob Murphy.
Yeah, like I said earlier, when he's on his when he's at the right wing, he is on fire. He's got the second highest assists. He can score, he can assist, but when he's put that far back, he can't do nothing. So yeah, he had a bad game, but he was played in the wrong position. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to give him. I'm gonna have to give him 5. Is that fair? 5.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Yeah.
I quickly answer?
I think Tom's changed his rating for Ben.
At least you
Can I
are.
quickly
At
ask-
least you give a better rating than what Lewis has given.
Okay.
Yeah, Lewis, you're on it
Murphy
today.
2. Andrew C. Take tomorrow. Murphy 2. Completely off at 2. Oh, Coffee's going for a 2. He had too much to do today as a right wing back. 1. Standard boots on the correct feet. Murphy's your reliability. Don't like him at wing back at all. Nah, he should be further forward.
Can
He
I
should have
quickly
been
answer?
further
Can I
forward,
quick-
and I would have dropped Anthony Gordon 100%. Right, back to you, Tony, with the other wing back, with Livramento.
Do you know what? I actually thought Livramento played okay. He was trying to get things going, getting down the pitch. I thought of the two wing backs, he was the better wing back. Let's be honest. He was all over the place, Tino. I'm going to actually give him an 8.
Okay. I
thought
he
he was
well.
very good today. Yeah, I think he did very well today, and he got forward and tried to make things happen as well, didn't he? So,
I didn't read yours for Murphy. What did you go for Murphy and Lewis? Oh, he's gone 0 for Murphy.
see,
Wow.
that's what I was saying. Are you joking, Lewis? That's why I said to you, you've gone better.
8, 6, 6, 8, 7, 7.5, 6.5. Tino tried out, shown ambition, 7 above standard. Should have started Trippier right back and Tino at left back. Yeah, could have done, or Kraft maybe. Tino's coming good now. Yeah, he is. Right, so that's all the defence side done. So we'll go into midfield. And we're back to you, Mason, with Sandro Tonali.
One of the better players today, in my opinion. 8. I thought he was one of the better players today.
Yeah.
I thought he was one of the better players today.
Yeah, I agree with that. He was. We know what Tonali is about. We do, don't we? So what are we going for?
8.
8. Okay. But an 8. Murphy was absolutely awful. He gave the ball away and we could have been 2 or 3 down. He was holding it on too long at times for me as well. 8. Tonali a 9. And Tonali a 7. Tonali tried to make everything happen and didn't stop running. 7.5, 7.5. Like his shirt number. Tonali carried us. Without him today, we lose by more, says Andrew. Yeah, we could have done. Right, so back to me now. With Bruno. First half, pretty well. Second half just seemed to fall apart. I thought his passing became all over the place. He was giving the ball away at times. And we know what Bruno can do. We know what Bruno's about. But second half, he just really, really was all over that place, I thought, in that second half. Which, I mean, because his passing was pretty... what could we go for Bruno? I'll give Bruno a 6. Taylor 2 halves, I thought was for Bruno. Some 6s, 6s 5. I want Tonali's energy. Bruno 5. Good first half, shit second half. Bruno a 6. Bruno a 3 needs a long rest. We definitely need to strengthen in the summer because we're going to have lots of football next season. Yeah, very true. Bruno Gamera 6. Bruno 6 wasn't out with players around him playing poorly. Also lost the ball a few times. Missed Joe Linton, says Coffee. Interesting. Right. Back to you, Jason, with the attacking 3 now. Starting with Harvey Barnes.
It wasn't his best game, that's for sure. He did have a couple of decent chances, but none of them were ever going to go in. Barnes, I've liked seeing him since he's been given a good run of games. So yeah, it wasn't slight off day for him. Let's go for a 6.
I thought he still put himself about what I thought, Harvey Barnes. I just realised what's on now, Matt to the T. Yeah, it will be 6.55, 5.5, 6.57. Barnes tried, but just off day. Yeah, some 6s coming in as well. Right, back to you, Tony. Anthony Gordon.
God. Yeah, no, he wasn't very good today at all, Gordon. He was terrible today. 45 minutes of like, what the hell was that? Basically. He dived, got a free kick out of it, got somebody booked. But for me, there was just nothing there. The cutting edge wasn't there. The creativity that he's lacked in recent times isn't there. And oh God, honestly, he just was not the best today. But I'm still going to be generous. And I'm going to give him a 3.
3.
I think 3 is about the right number.
Barnes tackled himself.
I didn't want to be harsh and give him a 0, but I think 3 is about right.
To 1 2 minutes.
Very, very poor 45 minutes.
4-0, horrendous. 4-0, 3, 6. Oh, 6, very generous, Ronald.
6, wow.
4 and 6. Grass Chompman, lucky he didn't get a ref score. Gone too many habits now, Maxi 2.0. Gone 3+1, how's in as a young, so 4. He needs a damn haircut to be fair, says Robert. Right, back to you, Mason, with the last of the starting 11. Isaac.
Some of his runs were okay.
Mm-hmm.
I give him a 5. Didn't do out special today. I give him a 5.
Starved a service as well, wasn't he?
Aye.
That didn't really help, did it? So, yeah. So, 5 for Isaac?
Yep. 5.
Yeah, I think that's quite reasonable, yeah. Some 4s coming in, 3.5, 3 point. They go and have 3 players on them at all times. Isaac 3, easy day for defender 6. We definitely missed Jolin. Isaac 4 did test Pickford in the first half. He did. He absolutely did. Right, so it is back to me. And we now go with the substitutions. First of all, the first one he was on at half time. That was Joe Willock. Just didn't really get a lot in the game, I thought, with Willock. Should he have started the game? Possibly, but he didn't really do well today for me. And I've said if some offers come in for him in the summer window, we listen to them. And if a decent offer comes in as well, I think we take it. I'm going to give Willock a 3 as well. I thought he was very ineffective for me. It just didn't seem at it for me. So a 3 for Willock. So Little Joe 3, some 2s, 1, 4, 2, 3.5, just free for Willock as well. Okay. Back to you, Jay, because the next substitution was Kieran Trippier.
We were calling out for him. We did need him. Luckily, he did come on, but I mean, he had a decent free kick. But when was the last time he actually scored a free kick? It's been a while.
Thank you, Ian Fleming, by the way, for the £5.
Thank you, Ian. £5 super chat. We appreciate that.
I like Trips. He's a good leader. He's a good player. He can put a decent cross in. 7. Yeah, I'll give him a 7.
Did okay when I thought you did quite well when he come on. 6.
7.
Got a 9. I like Willock. I'd be sad to see him go, but I think injuries have spoiled him. Like Wilson says, Andrew, I agree. So 6, 6, 5, 6, 8, 5.5. 10 today for me, lads. Today for getting 3 points. Sadly, it's come 38 games too late, says Wacky. You know. Right, back to you, Tony. With what's like, it probably could well and truly be his last game for the club. Callum Wilson.
Fuck's sake. Well, what did he do? That's the question. What did he do when he came on? Didn't do a lot, did he? Didn't have a chance to. Well, didn't really get any chances, did he? Didn't get any service, but I think Callum Wilson's legs have gone. Wasn't that great, to be fair. Oh, look, don't want to be harsh on the lad, but I'll have to be 2.
2. Yeah.
2, and there's the exit door. Yeah, thank you very much.
By the way, Colin.
He hasn't scored, and remember, he hasn't scored a Premier League goal this season either.
No. 2, 3, 2. 1.5 for his service to the club. Wilson 2, just so slow. Wilson 9 for not getting injured. We talk about where he might go, to be honest. I think he's done. Do you think, so Andrew thinks he might hang up the boots if possibly a club for him, because they might be put off by his injury record? Maybe he's probably telling them they can't take it anymore.
I think he should go back to company, to be honest.
Oh, he has some news. I don't know. I don't know if you heard this, but an ex-Man United defender who was released last year and still hasn't found a club yet, and is only 24 years of age, by the way.
Oh, not Brandon. Tony, not Brandon Williams.
18 months. He's had an 18-month suspended sentence for dangerous driving, and that player is who Mason's just said, Brandon Williams.
No, because some of the lasses who I know like fancy Brandon Williams for some reason. I don't know why.
Thank you for
I'm surprised he hasn't got a club, to be fair.
I don't know why.
But 10 for his services. I don't think you're willing to retire. I just think he's finished this, Andrew. Yeah, he is definitely finished in this club. Right, last one, mate. Back to you, Mason, with the last one. Because the last substitution was Asula.
For the time he was on, I thought he was lively.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him a 7.
Oh, okay then, even though it was quite late in the game.
I know it was quite late in the game, but I thought he was lively.
He was, actually.
And hopefully next season, it's his breakthrough season as well.
22. Asula 1 EL. Oh, he's doing a donkey impression, Andrew. No. 8. Asula flat 5, probably because he always on. Asula, my new favourite player. What do you make of Scott McTominay? Eddie did one him and he's just won a trophy in Serie A. I think he's done well at Napoli since. Asula,
not just him, though. Billy Gilmore as well, considering Norwich fans were hounding him when he was on loan there. And also, they are going to sign, because he's been on loan and it's now a permanent move, Philip Billing for 9 million from Bournemouth.
Oh.
And he's won a medal in Serie A as well.
Asula, he changed the game when he came on. Asula, if I'm embarrassed, we think he's good enough to play at Newcastle. I think he'll develop into a decent player. I really do.
Are we still linked with that CDM from Napoli who played for Fulham?
Not 100%.
Zambia, whatever he's called. Are we still being linked with him?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I know something was telling Friday we've been linked with him. I don't know if it's true or not.
Ooh.
And I was freaking dog shit at Fulham League.
Right, so we've done all the players. Most of the fans didn't want McTominay, from what I remember. No, don't think they did. Everyone's going for this rate of Eddie Howe. Right, back to me. I get none other than the referee, Tony Harrington. He didn't do too bad, I thought, the day. We know a lot of the referees are really, really as much use as a fish out of water. So he wasn't too bad. I'll give the referee a 6. He was okay. He didn't put a foot wrong at times, I thought.
Sorry. I mean a cock up. I was Anguissa. Not Zambia. I was Anguissa.
All right. Ref 8, ref at standard minus 1,500. Ref a minus 10 just for being a ref. Ref minus 1 million, prick like the rest of them. Ref report because he gave Everton the slightest touch. You know what he did, actually? How one, if not for Manu, he would have cost us Champions League fannying about with a team. Referee a 5. Referee at the Man U Villa game, 10 out of 10. Ref minus 8.
I know we're a Newcastle stream, not a Man U stream, but what they were complaining about, it was in the box. It was in the box when he did it. It's been on Sky Sports News numerous times, and I've looked closely. It was in the fucking box. So there you're going to be like cheating bastards. It was in the box. Fucking hell. It was definitely in the box. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the box. I'll show you the pictures when we get back. When we finish on, yeah.
I was going for his rating for the referee. 5. Right. So just a couple more rest to rate now. Right. Back to you, Jay, with the fans.
Oh, the fans, obviously. A million, a billion, you name it, the fans get it. They were noisy from the minute they kicked off to the minute it ended. They were just constant noise. You didn't even hear the other fans, even if they actually were there or not. So the fans always top notch.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally. 10 out of 10 for the fans as always. Fans are 10. Judy's going for 1 for Eddie Howe. 10 for the fans, of course. Fans 10. I think Oddie might be used in part of exchange for another keeper. We'll wait and see. Fans are 10. They need the Champions League money for their upcoming PSI issues. Yep. Fans 8, a little flat. We felt nervous that short of the players. We still kept it going, I thought. As we qualify for Champions League, I will give everyone 10 out of 10.
Yeah, what happened yesterday?
And Emi Martinez both getting sent off in the final games, yeah.
Mr. Fleming, what happened yesterday? I see you got beat off Aberdeen on penalties.
Oh.
In the cup.
Yeah. And $1 million and 1 trillion for one in particular. Yeah. Okay, right. Back to you, Tony. You do get Eddie Howe.
Right. Okay, so Eddie Howe. Look, for me, he got it wrong today. And look, I'm not wanting to pick at Eddie Howe at all because, look, he's done wonders for us. But I think today he totally and utterly got it wrong from the start. As I said previously, why are we playing a back 5 against Everton? You know, the setup was totally wrong. We were well off it in the first half, to be honest with you. We were struggling. Second half, didn't get any better, really, did it? And, although once they scored, we did have a go and try. But for today, for his tactics, which he needs to improve that as well. I have to sadly give Eddie Howe a 3.
Okay.
Because sometimes his substitutions are questionable. Like, why can't we bring on Osula before Wilson? When we know Wilson's legs have gone and he's not really doing the business where Osula can offer something and give Osula that extra 10 minutes before. And then why don't you bring in Callum Wilson on for the last 20 minutes rather than bringing him on before Osula? So I don't work out. But overall, the season we've got Champions League. We've won the Carabao Cup. We could have potentially won the FA Cup if we beat Brighton. So look, overall, I think we've had a brilliant season. A season that, I was wondering whether in my lifetime I was ever going to see a trophy arrive at Newcastle United, but I have. And it'll not be the only one. There'll be plenty more to come yet. So overall, for the season, I will give Eddie Howe a 10 out of 10, for the season. But he must improve on his tactical situation, on his tactical nous, especially when it comes against teams like Everton. Don't play a back five, please. And in my opinion, and it's not me being biased as a Toon fan or anything like that, but in my opinion, he should be the Premier League manager of the season. But you know fine well it's going to go to Liverpool, into Arne Slot, who, by the way, has won the league with Jurgen Klopp's team because he hasn't put any players in that team. He's only carried on the work that Jurgen Klopp left him. If you're left with a decent team like that, anybody could have won the league. Eddie Howe could have gone into Liverpool at the beginning of the season and won the league with that team. So,
Yep.
I think people need to take that tinted glasses off and look at the bigger picture. And I think Eddie Howe has been absolutely spot on, and he should be manager of the season, in my opinion, without a shadow of a doubt. Oliver Glasner will probably be up there as well, because look what he's done. Because Palace were struggling at the start of the season. They were in the bottom 3. They had a dog shit start the season. They gradually got out of it, got a little bit better, and they went on and won the FA Cup. And they didn't have, and like us, they went and beat a team that are supposed to be the big 6 in Manchester City, where we beat Liverpool. And as I say, it should be Eddie Howe getting manager of the season, in my opinion.
Well, we'll just wait and see what happens when they announce it as well.
Not just that, Eddie Howe did nearly lose his life as well. Pneumonia, however you see it.
Yeah.
He nearly lost his life as well.
But one thing I will say is, it just shows you how poor the Europa League is when you've got 2 teams who are 4th bottom and 5th bottom respectively, in Tottenham and Man United, who are so poor, but got to the final of this competition, and one of them, who finished 4th bottom, is in the Champions League. That's laughable. That is absolutely laughable. Because technically, Man U got a lot of luck in that competition, especially against Lyon. When Lyon were 4-2 up, they should have romped that up. They should have saw that game out, but they didn't. And Man United's luck ran out in the final. And if there was one team I wanted to win that final, although I didn't want either one of them win it, but one of them has to, and I did say I want Spurs to win it because I did not want Man U winning it. Can you imagine if Man U had won that? Their fans would have been on flying high saying, oh yeah, we're back in the champion. You wouldn't have heard the end of it. So I'm glad they got what they deserved. Fuck all Man U. And I tell you what, Amrin's just said today there, we will have a great season. Yes, you'll have a fantastic season in the 26-27 season when you're in the Championship playing against Rotherham United. That will be the greatest day. Trips to Rotherham, Plymouth, Peterborough, whatever.
I'll too panic with the subs, but he made corrections, but then brings Wilson on instead of Sula. Yeah. Needs to improve with tactics and substitution. Needs to stop having some favourites. How Sorry for Eddie over the season 9, but today 4. He needs to stop being over loyal to his Bournemouth massively. Overall, Eddie gets a 10. Tefro 10 of the season. I'll do the season ratings if there's a season review stream later. We might do something like that. I said last winter you need 9 players in for a decent squad rotate. Yeah, was even worse when Everton didn't have the storm back 4. Yeah, that's what we. That's a good point you made there, Jay, as well.
Yep, I mean, you had Seamus Coleman out, you had Bramthwaite out, you had the other one out. I can't remember his name. The
Tarkowski
was out. Yeah, their defense still managed to keep tight against us.
Yeah.
Now we're wondering about Man U. That's the way to Malaysia. On the way to Malaysia. So basically they're doing the same what we did last year in Australia.
If we won today, but I think today costs us a manager of the season. I like Gazna was really nice about Eddie in the club. 2 of the big are in the bottom 3. Big 6 is finished. Exactly, Julie, it is. Man U finished 15th. Look at what Eddie's done since coming in with what he's got. Look at where you finish in the Cup and Champions League twice. Absolutely. Was never a big 6, only a Prem fave, corrupt 6. Absolutely, Andrew. Sunderland were 14 points behind Sunderland and are in the Premier League, yeah?
Well, but that's the difference of the playoffs. But do you think, Pete, right? He has a question for everybody in the chat as well. Do you think we should go back to they used to do it when they first started this playoffs in the 80s and obviously before in the late 80s, before it came Premier League and that? I think what it should be is in the playoffs, so when the top 2 go up, so in the Championship, 3rd, 4th and 5th are in the playoffs alongside the team that finishes 3rd bottom in the Premier League. And then that way, the team that's 3rd bottom in the Premier League has got to go through them playoffs to stay in the Premier League.
Yep.
And obviously, if they lose that, they're down anyway. So I think that's a fairer way of doing it. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, I think that's a good point you made, Tony. It is. It was the year of
what
the
do you think, Jay?
Yeah, it could work. Or you could have the playoff positions face the bottom 3 of the Premier League and see who stays and who goes. You could have 1 out of the bottom 3 that stay and 2 go down, or you could have all 3 go down and 3 go up, or anywhere, or one of the bottom or one of the playoff teams go up and just make it all weird. Just put all the names in a hat and draw one.
It was the year of the birds. Newcastle, the Magpies, Tottenham Hotspur, the Cockerel, Crystal Palace, the Eagles, Liverpool, the Liverbird. Sunderland are losing players and will rely on kids. Dead certain bottoms of the Premier League next season, Andrew thinks. It's the year of the underdog. I'm looking forward to Champions League next season. Villa Derby Villa Watch Derby next season. Where is Villa Watch? Because his team's just missed out on the Champions League.
He's been on tonight.
I think he's still on X. I believe he is.
Because do you know what he said? He said all his Sunderland's been to Wembley and won a trophy.
And haven't we been to Wembley and just won a trophy?
Exactly. And a major trophy, not a fucking tin pot trophy like the playoff final.
I think the 3 top teams in the Championship should come up automatically, and the 3 bottom teams of the Premier League go down and don't play the playoffs, says Lewis.
Yeah, but they're never going to do that, Lewis. Because it's a money maker.
Same reason I hate the rugby playoffs. Yes, Villa said to be having a word with the Premier League. I do 3 up, 3 down, then 4th bottom in the Premier League, plays 4th in the Championship. Liverpool is it's a phoenix. We've got to spend big in the summer, says David. Yeah, we do. I've got a feeling we'll get Real Madrid. Do you know what? If we get Real Madrid, it would be good to play them.
Yeah, but isn't the Champions League that new format now? It's the league format, isn't it?
Oh, well, it is, isn't it?
We'll get
so, yeah.
7-8 games to play on that.
Playoff final isn't a real trophy. It's bullshit, says Andrew. So, there you are.
Exactly.
But we finished 5th in the season. But there was another place up for Champions League, and we've got it this season. And I don't care if I get copyrighted for this at all.
But I was going to say, I've just done it as well.
He's going to play it, isn't he?
Because I think it's time to play because this is
I
where
am
we
feeling it
are.
as well.
This is where we are next season. These crappy adverts.
Stop playing adverts. Copyright.
There you go. That's what we'll be hearing next season. How far can we go in it this time this season? We give it a right goal. We just came up short last time. We did finish bottom, but we give it a right goal. What can we do it for this time? Hopefully we can really give it a right goal.
We were robbed in the last Champions League, Pete, because away to
Oh.
PSG, we were winning 1-0 and
They
a
give
dodgy penalty was given. And
years.
the only reason that ref gave that penalty is when he had the likes of Mbappe behind him screaming at him for a penalty, and he was feeling the weight of pressure not only from Mbappe but from Khalifa as well, the owner of PSG, who was so corrupt. It's so unbelievable how much corrupt he is, how he got away with that one when he offered that UEFA or that FIFA chief executive of Villa in Sardinia for €5 million, bought, you know, in exchange for TV rights, and got away with that one. So the referee, in my opinion, let himself down that night, because even UEFA come out the next day and said that was never a penalty because it hit his foot first or his chest or whatever before it hit his arm. So it should never have been a penalty. And the VAR and the referee that night totally and utterly bollocksed it up, and that's why they all got axed from the next game. The VAR did, didn't he? Because they were supposed to be on duty in the Europa League. But if we had won that game, we would have got through, and we would have been through. So we were robbed. Yep. Let's get revenge on them.
That would be great if we do. Absolutely be great if we do. Hope we get an easier draw in the Champions League. Let's see what we get. I think we could get the last 16. Well, at least Villa can't play Europa League music in Champions League times. I feel a quadruple coming on. Bet you a pint. Alessandro, come on. Even lads, how he's doing tonight, lads. Up the mags, top 6 in the Champions League next season. No, I haven't got them yet, Wacky. They don't go on sale next Friday, I believe. Milan also screwed us with the Tonali investigation. Yeah, it's now equality after the window. I worry about its corruption in Champions League. We were conned v PSG. We were absolutely, and that still hit. That really hit to this day and age. It did. So, but it just wasn't PSG the way that cost you. It was not holding out for a one draw in one of the games. In my opinion.
That AC Milan game at home as well. We should have beat them, in all honesty.
PSG are different beasts this season. Also, me having a stinker against Milan. Yeah, Villa don't have to worry about getting the European anthem wrong now. Exactly. So there you go. Well, that is it. We're going to wrap up for tonight. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Mason, co-host of the channel, and thank you to Tony and Jay for joining for the show tonight. We did do this tonight after the game. Normally it would have been the next day, but considering it is bank holiday tomorrow, a lot of people normally have plans, and that's why we've done it tonight. But that's all the stuff done, all the match previews, match review and player ratings for the season. And again, it's been absolutely incredible. It really, really has. Hopefully the countdown for next season will be very, very quickly. So we will think of some other content to do while we wait for the new season to start. One show that's definitely not going away, though, is the Crazy Pennies Football Live show. That's definitely not going away. So we will still have that. We might look at could be possibly looking at some transfer shows. Possibly, I think we'll do a Keep Us Sell part 2 as well, discussing who definitely deserves to stay at the club and who definitely should be out of the gone, who should be through the exit door of the club as well. So we will think of some content to do like that as well. So yes, please do stay
And
there.
we are going to invite Paul Grant on the show to do his latest song.
Mason's also going to rate sheep on a one show.
Lady offered me a Sam Fender ticket. I could have gave her one. Oh. Cheers, guys. See you, Ian. Bye, Peter Mason, all J, Tony, and all. Cheers, coffee. Goodbye, everyone. Take care, you as well. Julie, adios, amigos. Take care, all. Great show, lads. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up.
We haven't gone yet.
Take care, all. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. The new show looked quite good today. Yep, remember, you can get it ordered online or in the club. It will be available in the club shop from Thursday as well. So everyone enjoy your bank holiday as well. Isak is going nowhere, lads. A decent show. I was alright, I suppose. Magic view. The object viewing in houses and
bought one. David. He's bought one. I'm not taking the piss. He's bought one. 1.1 million.
Shirts and wear shirts again. See, I've done a lot of those. I could do. We'll see. A season review, stream rate to every player season. Could look to do that as well. Oh God. Well, then, that is it. So we're going to ask what the other guys, because you two, the other two have got channels as well. We'll start with you, Jay. What we got coming up?
Well, now that season's over, someone will be lurking on other channels trying to find some bloopers for the Sinclair Awards, which has currently been a Sinclair Award show put out today. Going to do a season review show and try and get fans on from different clubs to get their views on what they've had on with their clubs. And so yeah, it's going to be slow, but I'll find some content to put out.
Yeah, so Jay's Time channel, Prem Time TV, do drop him a subscriber. I'm sure he'd really appreciate it. Tony, what we got coming up?
Right, okay. So there is one more match vlog to come. Yes, so tomorrow I'm off to Wembley to the League 2 playoff final between AFC Wimbledon and Walsall. I'll be sitting in the Walsall end. So there will be a match vlog coming from Wembley Stadium. Be nice to actually be live to watch a playoff final, so that'll be interesting. This morning this afternoon rather, I put out a video about me 24-25 recap of match vlogs I've done, and I've put some little videos on there. So please do go and have a look at that and smash like on that. And I've done a pre-match as well. So I got the match vlog coming up. I'll be doing an end of season review for Newcastle United as well, and I'll also be doing some transfer shows throughout the summer. And then in 6 weeks' time, I'll be doing this all again, match vlogs, because there'll be pre-season friendly starting in non-league on the 5th of July. So I'll be back to doing that again. And next season on the channel, it's going to be bigger and better, because I'm going to try and go a lot further. So I'm going to try and do nationwide for non-league games next season as well. So, so keep an eye out for that one as well. So there's going to be a lot next season. And by the time I'm finished tomorrow, that'll be 42 vlogs I've done since November. Next season, I'll be going through treble figures next season.
That's a nice one, Tony. Really, really good.
And I'm close to, well, I'm on the way to 5K, but I'm actually getting closer to 4,800 subscribers. So thank you very much to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. If for everybody who subscribed to my channel, I do thank you all, because it's not taken for granted. And remember, when you do subscribe to a channel, it's free of charge. You do not have to pay for it.
Exactly.
At least he doesn't buy subscribers and like that twat who should not be mentioned, because he knows for a fact he is a lying twat, and he knows who he is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
we know who he is. Yeah.
So Tony's channel, the Footy channel, Groundhopper. So do drop Tony a subscription. I'm sure you really, really appreciate it. His channel's really, really going quite far. It really, really is as well. So, So there you are. 5K hopefully party soon. Remember your one with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for tonight. Please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search result. So do smash those likes if you have enjoyed the show for tonight. Please, of course, if you're brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and your job goes on the channel week in, week out, smash that subscribe button, completely free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. And please do hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show does take place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded. So please hit the bell to make sure you're all up to date with the content that you do not want to miss at all. And again, if you would like to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to be, and again, thank you, Ian, for your £5 super chat. And if you like, become a member for 99p, hit the join button. And thanks to Lewis for his continued membership on the channel as well. 30 months it was. So again, thank you so much to Lewis again for his continued membership as well. So there you are. Well, that is it for tonight. And Tony, I know what you'll be wanting to say just before we wrap up quickly.
Yeah, guys, always remember the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white, and that's the second time I've said that today.
There you are. Well then, guys, we'll see you all again hopefully very, very soon. Until then, everyone, good night, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I hope you have a great bank holiday as well, whatever you're getting up to. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. So have a good one, guys. See you later.
Away the lads and lasses.
Away the lads.
See ya.
Champions League football is back. See you later, everyone, and good night all.